Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie aka Miss Fear for coloring back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. I know some of you miss my face because the videos were voice background. I did not see a single person complaining. So ninjas, thank you guys so much. It made my life so much easy in a time where I was just not okay. However, I am okay and I'm back, and we're gonna go ahead and get into some of the nonsense that I actually saw going on throughout last week. Okay, I was like, the nerve, the guts, the audacity, the shamelessness of it all is the one that is literally getting me. Now the first video that I'm gonna talk about our Minister of Police, Bheki Cele. I'm not one to talk about politics, but I feel like let me just go ahead and get a little bit into this one because I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed with what Bheki Cele actually did. Now for some of you that may not know, I'm sure you think that the police SAPS does not have a minister the way that it actually operates, and it is, but it actually does. Hey, like literally our defense force in this country, useless as it is at most times, we do have a minister, and who is getting paid very well, which is just shocking, right? I know. Now just to give a bit of a background for some of you that may not know, about almost 2 years ago Anele Tembe passed away. Anele Tembe was AKA's wife at that time when she passed. From what we heard, he said he paid lobola, so traditionally that was his wife. Now what had happened was at the Pepper Club Hotel from the 10th floor, allegations are saying that she jumped. Her father came out and said that she didn't, and obviously even till now more videos are still going to come, and we're gonna talk about all the drama that is actually happening around that. Now during Anele Tembe's funeral, the whole minister of South Africa, the minister of police South Africa wide, took time to go and attend Anele Tembe's funeral. Anele Tembe was young, if I'm not mistaken. They said she was 22 at the time that she passed. No, she was not part of any protocol. She was not part of the government. She was not part of like any establishment, for what I know. Okay, she was not a prominent somebody in parliament or whatever. No, but our whole minister of police that is failing, the police SAPS is failing to manage this country. But failing as it is, the minister had time to go and attend her funeral. I don't know if he's a family friend, I don't know if he's a family member, I don't know obviously, but all I know is that he took time to go and attend a whole funeral. Okay, those are hours for sure. You don't just pop in and go, but for him to even have that time, it says a lot. However, AKA, who was her husband, he came out and said that he was not allowed to speak at his wife's funeral. He says that he had actually written something that he wanted to say. He never got the chance to. He said one day maybe we'll hear of it. He passed away unfortunately now, so I guess we'll never hear it. And the other thing again that we should also put note to is that the minister, when he spoke there, he spoke like he was in a funeral of somebody that was killed. Okay, those are the vibes that I got personally. It was not like a funeral of somebody that took their own life. It was almost like this person's life was taken. Now obviously as I said, the father at the funeral, from what he wrote, they read that he did not believe that his child actually took her own life. Now fast forward to almost 2 years later now, AKA is in Durban. Now this Durban is where Anele Tembe was from. He's in Durban, gunned down just like that, assassinated like nobody's business, and he passes. Okay, after he passes, Bheki Cele does not go there. He does not go to where AKA passed. He did not attend the funeral from what we saw, but when he was asked, this is what he had to say.
So thank you.
Just one from me, because it's a question that has been all over in social media. Why Cele didn't go to the why Cele didn't go to the crime scene where AKA was killed. the other journalist asked the same different question in the same sentence. Cele goes everywhere instead of allowing the commissioner to go, but why didn't he go on this one? The same journalist in the same thing. Well, we don't really go for cameras. There are many places where we go without cameras. But on this one, mostly when we go there, we're invited by communities, but also to find and link up with communities. There was no need to go into this one, because when one received the information at 11 p.m. that this has happened, this provincial commissioner, we were together on the phone all the time, and then talking about the team that he has put and all that, led by Brigadier Cele, one of the best police we have. You remember Brigadier Cele broke the case of the young woman that was killed here in university. He's one of the top investigators that is dealing with that. That's one. The next morning, I was phoned by the family requesting few things to be done. And one was on the phone with the family until 6 Saturday, when the postmortem was finished. And Sunday, spoke to the family. I spoke at length with the father of AKA.
Now, I don't care about what Bheki Cele had to say. I really don't care. I don't care what he had to say. I don't care about the message that he was, like, putting out there. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. The thing that irked me and I was paying attention to was, why was our Minister of Police laughing like that? Why was he showing joy on his face? I don't understand that part. Why? Guys, this is literally scary. I don't care if AKA was not famous or not, which him being famous means something. Whether you want to accept it or not, it does. But why was his facial expression, especially when he took over? Now, I did not want to cut. I went throughout the video from where I could get it, so that if you were interested in the answer that he wanted to give, then you could get that. I really didn't care that he was talking to AK's father. Why are you having that joyous face on your face? Or that, like, that expression that looks like joy, in my personal opinion. I'm not saying that is, but for me, that is not an expression that he was showing when he was at Anile Tembe's funeral. That was not his face. Why is his face like that now? First of all, AKA was killed with a gun in his country, where he is the Minister of Police, and obviously that goes with safety for all of us. If there's a man that is responsible for our safety in South Africa, is that man, Bheki Cele. Because remember, police are always our first aid. Those are the ones that we call. Those are the ones that should be in the streets, getting the guns off the streets, the illegal guns. They should be the ones that are arresting people. If you saw the leaked footage, you would see that the guy that shot AK, that was not his first time, which means that the SAPS under Bheki Cele's leadership are already failing to apprehend and get killers off the streets, and him as a whole minister is sitting there like yeah. Why are you smiling? Why are you laughing? Why are you even, why? What kind of incompetent people is Ramaphosa having under his leadership? This to me makes no sense. Why was Bheki Cele acting like that? That's not the face he made go Anele's funeral. So why is he showing that facial expression when it comes to AK? I don't understand. This man was gunned down, assassinated in his country. Do you think a man that comes out and has that facial expression is gonna wanna try and do anything to find the killers? Do you think it's anywhere near close to the top of his list? And mind you guys, before you say no, everyone is important, yes, but high profile cases are more important because those send a strong message. The reason why thugs, killers, and everyone, like, you know, these unlawful people are running South Africa right now is because our police fail to even crack high profile cases. That sends a very strong signal, that sends a very strong message to even the lower level criminals, that even if I'm to get up there, I can go ahead and kill people. There's nothing that's gonna happen to me. I saw a new outing now. There's a documentary that is saying that in South Africa it's as cheap as 10,000 rands to get someone that is not known killed. 10,000 rands. Guys, do you know how many 10,000 rands we have in our accounts? How many people is that? Due to the fact that they know that even after they do the killing, nothing is gonna happen to them. They will have the 10,000, finish it. So if they are to kill 5 people in a month, they have 50,000 and nothing happens to them. It's their full-time job. They know that's why it's so cheap to kill someone in South Africa. Because of Bheki Cele's leadership is failing, hence the SAPS is failing. But he has time, guys, to go and attend Anile Tembe's funeral. I'm not saying much, and this is the first and last time you guys are gonna hear me talk about this, because you all know how your politicians are. But I find it really difficult for me to just walk past or scroll past Bheki Cele's face, talking about a man that is a father or was a father, that was someone's son, that got gunned down and killed in such a violent, calculated, messed up manner, and he has a smile on his face, and he is the Minister of Police in South Africa. How is that even a real thing? How is that even possible? That just was something that I was like, why is Bheki Cele smiling like that? It gave me chills, especially at the time that, like, we were crying, guys. We were just, our hearts were so painful. I know that a lot of us, our hearts were so painful. Why was he having a smile on his face and he's the Minister of Police? Does he understand that AKA's death is literally, in my personal opinion, partially his fault, because he's the one that's supposed to lead his police to go out there and get killers and criminals off the streets. But due to the fact that they are not doing that, it's so cheap now to kill people. It's so cheap. I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into this. Go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. I did not like it one bit. I'm not even going to lie. My heart literally just went out to the Forbes family. Imagine being the Forbes family and watching that mess, and you being here saying that I need the police to give me justice for my son's death, and the Minister of Police is literally having a huge talking about your son's death and why he couldn't go to where AKA was killed. Like, that's still around AKA's death. It just is so disappointing. It's so disappointing and also very unprofessional. How are you laughing, or how are you so jolly talking about something that has broken the country's heart? A young life was taken. Instead of you being angry and talking about how we are gonna make sure that this does not just go to, but yeah, Davis is smiling. How? What message does that send to the killers? It's not that serious. Guys, that's why I don't talk about politics, because it hits me up. The nonsense that is going on there is just too much, honestly. So let me just stay to gossiping about celebrities, but this is some nonsense for me, in my opinion. Like, that was just so uncalled for. That I was just so pissed. I was like, what? You are a whole minister of police that is literally failing right now. Go to a police station and say, I've got an emergency. They will tell you, we only have 2 vans and they are out. Nothing is running. That is why criminology is running this country. The police will use the state car to go take bribes somewhere. When people are dying elsewhere, you go to the police, I'm not even. Julius Malema spoke about this, and I don't agree with Julius Malema on everything, but he was really talking about it. To say that, how are we going to fight criminology when them police are also part of it? This is crazy, guys. Like, it's almost like they cannot find anybody. It's crazy. The list goes on and on. Dumasilela, who killed him? Senzo Mewa, who killed him? DJ somebody, who killed him? Vusi, who? AKA who? The list can go on. Like, really? Y'all are not even cracking. Who was shot in South Africa and they arrested the perpetrators? Please remind me, because I can't remember. Then what are our police doing? What is our Minister of Police doing when he sees the numbers this high and no arrests are being made? That's why the country is at the state that it's at. Not population, not anything. The incompetence of our minister and his people. And obviously not to forget the biggest one up there, Ramaphosa. Why is he not removing people that are incompetent? Why? This is just crazy, guys. Honestly, South African J. Yo, the ANC. I shame. Yo, guys. No. Yo, this is too much. But anyway, before I get too upset, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think. From Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed. And I will see you guys in my next upload. As I said, this is the first and last time. Y'all politicians watching out, they leave me alone. Bye.